All right, hopping on this live video today. I just want to talk about a few things, some things that I've been hearing about a lot from my clients. So we're talking to a lot of our people here at the gym, and they've been given some insight and need some help. So I figured a lot of you guys might need some help. So first and foremost, I got some calls and been on some calls, and people want to lose weight. Understandably so. This is not an easy time to eat healthy for some. For some, this is a really good time to eat healthy. So I think if you get into a good habit now, it's going to make it a lot easier to maintain that habit as you come out of this COVID-ness that we got going on here in America and across the whole world. So first and foremost, weight loss. Let's make it really simple. Weight loss is not really that big a deal for most. It comes down to how much food you're taking in, how many calories you are burning. So most of the time I talk to clients about their nutrition, and we ask about, how much food they took in today. So we usually have them track, and they'll track their foods and get an idea of what that looks like, as far as intake goes for the day. And most of the time, their intake might be a little bit over, but it's not as bad as they think it is. So I talked to a lady the other night, actually, and she had a piece of like key lime pie or something like that, and it was, she actually after the fact went through and did the macros on it and got the calories of it because she made it herself, and found out that it wasn't as much as she thought. And when she tracked her food for the entire day, it wasn't that big a deal. So if you're not tracking, you don't know. And so one of the things that we did as a little exercise was, she has her goal for the day as far as calorie intake goes. One of the things we do is we would say, okay, say your calorie intake goal for the day is 2,000 calories, and you multiply that by 7, so that's 14,000 calories for the week. Now, some days you might be over your goal intake of 2,000 calories, and some days you may be under. If you're not doing the math on a bigger scale, as far as, hey, I got 14,000 calories for the week and I went over a little bit a couple of days, that doesn't mean you're off the tracks and it's a wrap. So I think a lot of times you have a bad day and you may not eat good, you may not exercise or something, and you feel like it's a waste. And I'm here to tell you that it's not. It's really not a waste, and as long as you stay on track and continue to move towards the goal that you have, you will eventually get there. Now that, hey Tariq, what's up, man? Andreas, what's good, buddy? One of the things that is super important, and we tend to really let it go, is we focus too much on the performance goal. So let me talk a little bit briefly about sports psychology and goal setting. So there's 3 types of goals when it comes to sports psychology. We have your process goals, your performance goals, and then your outcome goals. So most of us have a tendency of spending too much time on focusing on the outcome goal. So whether it's, I want to lose weight, I want to get stronger, I want my back squat bigger, I want to run a mile in under 8 minutes, or whatever it may be, whatever the outcome is that you're looking for. Usually the outcome goals are more of a grandiose type goal. There's something way out there. There's something that, I want to have a 6-pack in 6 weeks. I mean 6 months, or something that takes a long time. So the things that get us down a lot when it comes to goals is the fact that we don't focus enough on the performance and on the process goals. And so I'm here to tell you that if your process is not in place, then you will not have a performance that you want, and you will certainly not get the outcome that you want. So let's work backwards. So say you want to lose weight, and that's something that's important to you, then you need to make sure that the calories you're bringing in are enough to lose weight. If they're too much and they're more of a maintenance calories, then you're going to stay the same weight. That's the basics. You got to have that under control. As far as your nutrition goes, you can eat almost however you want, as long as the calories are within your specific range. You're probably going to lose weight, and I would bet money that you're going to lose weight. You can even eat freaking McDonald's every day, which a guy did that and lost weight. So the truth of the matter is you got to have that big keystone in place first. 3-pack, I'm there. You got to have the keystone in place first. The keystone is the foundation to nutrition, and that's just energy. And nutrition is made up of calories, so energy in and energy out. So processes, when it comes to processes, what are you doing on a day in, day out basis that is going to make sure that you achieve your performance goal, that you achieve your outcome goal? So when it comes to weight loss, the process has got to be, I need to take in X amount of calories every day. And then that performance goal can be measured in how many calories did I take in for the week? Did I meet my criteria for what my outcome goal needs to be? So simple stuff. My calorie intake for the day when I was working out, in a gym setting was probably about 2,500 to lose weight. And the next step after that obviously would be protein, fat, and carbs. What types, how much? That's important too. I'm not negating that, but if you're eating too much really good food, you're not going to lose weight as well. If you're eating way too little food, you're not going to lose weight. Your body's going to kind of start to starve. Your metabolism tends to slow down and it becomes a little bit harder too. So the process has got to be in place. You want to get a bigger back squat, you got to squat. Simple as that. Don't make it difficult. I talked to one of our guys at the gym yesterday on the phone, and he's a golfer. So I made a really simple analogy to him that really hit home, I think. And the analogy was, I almost forgot it. The analogy had to do with hitting a target, right? So you have a goal that you're trying to hit. You got to aim for it. So if you're not aiming at the goal, then what's it going to be? For him, it was the green. So if you're not aiming at the green, you're trying to get there. What's the point of even hitting the ball? So plan your processes. Make sure your processes are in place. I'm here to help. You guys can certainly reach out. I'd be more than happy to give you some insight. And it's really not as difficult as you think it may be, but it is a day in, day out endeavor, and you cannot just do it in 6 weeks. You cannot just do it in 6 days. You probably can't do it in 6 months. It's got to be a lifestyle thing. So having those things in place is super important. Next piece of the puzzle is momentum. So there's a law in nature. It's a Newton's law of energy. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. So when you guys are starting something new, keeping momentum is super important, and it's very easy to maintain momentum once you have it. So imagine, I give this example a lot in the gym. Imagine your car breaks down and you got to push it to a gas station or a service station or whatever. It's very easy to push a car that's already moving, but that first push is very difficult. So the first phase of what you're going to do to change, as far as nutrition, as far as exercise, anything that you can equate to this, the first piece is going to be the hardest. So we're going to make sure you got to have that in place, and that's what we're here for. So hit us up if you've been slacking. That's okay, but it's got to stop today. Simple as that. Momentum. Start pushing that car, and it will start rolling, and it becomes easier to push. So any questions from anybody who's watching? Otherwise, I'm going to put this stuff up. Hope it helps. Hope it gets you a little spark under your ass. And let's see you guys hitting some workouts up. Tag me in them. Send me your progress. Send me what you're doing. I'd be more than happy to have a look and help you out. Hope you guys are staying safe during this COVID craziness, and have a great day. Later.